10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Prepare for battle. "30 seconds to battle."
But I'm becoming sort of less enamored with that item in general. I feel kind of silly. We should have seen that strat coming. Once they had the Lifestealer plus Hinge plus Nature's Prophet. That was a bad job by us, Toby, you know? We just read it wrong. Maybe it's just unfamiliarity with the NA scene, honestly. Thanks, Brax, for bailing us out, but bottom no-tail's getting gone on, and he should be fine.
He's only getting hit by Liquid Fire, so not actually leveling up Dual Breath as his first ability from the Jakiro. I don't think it would have really made that much difference up against, like, No-Tail. Like, they wouldn't have found the kill, but they may have been able to force him to expend a Fairy Fire. So our lanes we get is going to be a Jakiro versus a Lone Druid in the mid lane. Not something I thought I'd wake up to today. With the Moon off-lane Weaver against the safe lane Lifestealer and support/harassing Nature's Prophet. I'm also going to take this moment as well to look to my production guy to make sure our game sounds are at the right level. Because I don't know if I can actually hear properly in my headset, so we'll see.
Our volunteers own. Shout out to them.
They do.
What a topsy-turvy situation they have to deal with, but...
It's a wonderful day. We're going to try and just focus on the Dota. That's what we're here for. And hopefully everyone at home is also able just to view and enjoy the games for the games.
You're here for the I'm here for the dumplings.
I'm here for the Dota, but we're both here for technically one form of D.
Yeah. Jakiro. I played against a Jakiro the other day. STA. This is like the most annoying thing that I've ever had to play against in my life.
Well, that was the old counter, right? That's what like that was back when TA was always running the mid, and Dendy picked up the Jakiro and just went for the Liquid Fire Dual Breath. There was nothing
I don't
TA
think it was
could
Dendy. It was Resolution.
Was it Resolution?
Dendy was the TA. Resolution was the Jakiro. I'm pretty sure. Return to cap confirmation. Dendy was the TAA. Resolution was the Jakiro.
It would have then been like IC Cup versus Na'Vi period. Like we're talking like Starlight 3.
It was a while ago. So I'm not super familiar, obviously, with the Lone Druid versus Jakiro mid matchup. I assume Lone Druid does okay and Jakiro does okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it is if you get root, life sucks. If you get rooted, life sucks. If you don't get rooted,
But
Life
does
still
it
kinda
really
sucks.
suck that much? Because the bear harassment into a Jakira is not going to be that terrific.
I mean, nobody likes getting rooted, man. You struggle.
Yeah. But then if Miracle tries to go on it, you then just dual breath and liquid fire. That bear's going to lose a lot of life in the mid lane because it's just so easy to spam out his abilities.
Yeah, I think the laning phase for Archon, they're optimistic. If it goes well, the laning phase, they're cool with it. If it doesn't, then they're alright too, because they're just gonna run at you at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, strats like this usually just rely on not being down 20-0 or something. Wow.
Nice double stun there, Fly. Fluff took so much damage to try and harass Moon out then. But they can see everything that's going on. The Dire Sentry ward from Archon's just out of position. So the Radiant Observer ward, which is a little bit deeper inside the Dire jungle, just sees everything. So they try and go on the Life Stealer, but Fly wasn't really perfectly close enough to go for that stun.
Yeah, he doesn't have Rage on Jo, but I doubt there's gonna be much of a trade here. Right now, No Tail's being harassed out pretty hard by Moo. Looks like the Night Stalker and the Enchanter just kind of splitting XP and farm. The Enchanter's bringing a creep over.
So they're gonna... Nope. Crit. Monkeys. He's got an Observe Ward. He knows exactly where Crit's position is, so he knows what he can get away with here. So he just Liquid Fires and dual breaths onto both Miracle as well as the bear.
Crit's looking for it, but I think he's more just threatening to make sure that no shenanigans happen. And the spare mid is
there's your fissure block.
getting pretty low.
But there's no entangle. You do still like the body block from Crit. Have they got enough time? With the damage coming up from Miracle, the Fairy Fire has to be expended. Monkeys is able to get himself back behind his tier 1 tower now, trigger off that freshly delivered salve.
Yeah, that was a sick body block by Crit. And he looks like he wants to threaten again, but the salve has done this job. There's no reason for him to throw it at that point. It's still really good harassment by the Earthshaker, coming to help out mid. Doesn't really have to do too much else. The Bat Rider is going to trade farm no matter what, so it's not too big of a deal.
I'm wondering if Archon are going to switch out their lanes. Like, once you hit that level 5 on Jakiro, do you push Fluff into the mid lane? Because you'll have Liquid Fire then, like, you could just technically force out another lane or give the extra levels to Prophet so you get that push timing from Archon.
Not sure.
Top lane. This is a big wraparound crit. He's got Fissure of Verbal, so he's going to stun up on Fluff and stuff. Fluff is out the TP, it will not be in time. First Blood is spilled by Crit, and he should be able to get out safety. Moon may be a different case, however. Being attacked by a Wild Wing, and Lifestealer will get the revenge kill. So you trade your next Prophet, which was the First Blood, onto an Earthshaker for your offlane Weaver.
Definitely worth it for OG. If it comes to just gold as a change. Or does it? I guess the Nature's Prophet has like nothing, but still First Blood's always nice. It's a good morale boost too. Tell your team everything's going well, guys. Jo's really low and out of regen too. This is probably what matters more in the lane. Is that now he's just kind of stuck here until he can bury himself some regen, Toby?
He's got one clarity from Fluff.
But he needs the HP.
Yeah. With only like a 1-1-1 so far, he doesn't really have a lot to grab.
Yeah, I think this is like an offlane philosophy. It's like if you die, but you're getting XP and you're forcing all of the... Oh,
goodbye mid.
You are so dead.
Hello, and welcome to Savage Roar as well. Another control ability. There's just so much control from OG's lineup, and maybe this is the time we also ask ourselves the question, like, we're 4 minutes in, Archon going to be happy with their lanes? Like, obviously this top lane hasn't been the greatest of all. But how is mid and bottom lane looking for Archon and OG?
Well, bottom lane's going amazingly well for Team Archon. They're splitting up farm between their two heroes really well, and now there's going to be a rotation in the mid lane by the Night Stalker, but this should be super obvious for Miracle. The reason why Toby is, you don't just vanish as a Night Stalker, and what are you going to go do? You're not going to jungle. They saw he didn't have Iron Talent, but they're going to spot crit here.
If they can move, like, getting monkeys off the lane though is going to be really difficult without, like, flagging it, but bringing in Fluff and stuff, that's a lot easier. Crit, he's looking for the denials of the Ancients, and he actually does it too. That would have been so big as well for a Night Stalker. First nighttime, you try and go for a rotation, get a kill, but it fails.
That's a level 3 Earthshaker too. It's not worth nothing. It's not like a level 2 hero or anything like that, but... Still not a bad rotation. Yeah, what I really like that Whitebeard did there is that he knew that the mid lane understood what was going on, and so he just booked it. And you're right though, there was almost no way that Monkeys Forever was going to be able to get there.
Moon? A little bit too much damage. Jayo was able to get enough life back again. The stump from Fly is too far away. Fluff's tree is trying to get in front of Fly to body block him out as Fluffer stuff's taking a little bit too much damage from the side creep wave, but Whitebeard's on the run. He's got boots for the movement speed. He's got it on Fly, especially now he gets the void off, and Fly, one attack, actually hitting him from Whitebeard, who gets himself a kill. So he still finds his first nighttime kill, and pretty much a solo attempt there from Jayo, punishing the overextension of the Weaver.
Now the laning phase has gone really decently for Archon. They're hanging in, trading blows, but they're not really losing too much control out of the map or anything like that. The Batrider has hit level 6, does have the Tranquil boots.
But the Blink Dagger timing's a lot further away. Like, we're not looking at like that quick 8 to 9 minute Blink Dagger.
That's okay though. You are against a really tough lane, and the enchant controls your jungle anyways, so it's kind of hard. Just find a regen.
Profit? It would have been a very greedy TP to come in from Fluff and stuff.
Jo makes his way back top, but Moon is, again, he's still finding levels, and it's really hard for the lifestealer to trade.
Moon. He's got no way out this one. Notel's going to use that lasso, so you said he already hit level 6, with 3 sticky napalm charges over here on Moon. Escaping out of his enchantress is practically impossible. No supports coming in to help him out either. So they just accept the fact the enchantress is down, and Notel gets a nice injection of money.
Yeah, the Batrider's amazing against the enchantress in that regard.
Mid, Miracle switching into ulti form. He still got voided up, but Whitebeard not having enough mana to actually follow through with... actually, no, he did actually use the crippling fear too, but Miracle just got the ulti off in time.
That's 600 HP left on that bear. There's almost no chance. I think even with the Night Stalker there, the level 3 Void does do a pretty hefty amount of damage, but not nearly enough to cut through. And right now, things are... When it comes to overall laning phase, I think Archon, they're going to be okay with this, but OG are going to be incredibly happy. Like, they're getting a lot of farm on all 3 of their cores right now. Like, their Weaver is tops in that regard. And that's just because Moon, he's died.
JR.
He's just trying to trade hits here.
Yeah, with the time lapse, he's able to do it this time around with Fluff and stuff. They're just getting the bugs off the back of Lifestealer.
Look how annoying this is. Like, this is all Moon wants to do, is put a lot of the attention on himself at top. He's still getting CS.
Perfect vision. No ways for Monkeys to escape this one. He has no Ice Path level up. He actually went for... I don't want to dub with the Trixie build, but I've seen Trixie do this a hell... Did Moon actually get stuck? Okay, he's going to Shikuchi himself out of it. He got trapped in by Treants. While Enchantress tries to kill on bottom lane, Notel on the run. Impetus damage from Moon doing a lot of work, but Whitebeard's still going to go down. Flufferstuff brought in the extra support with the Flame Break, pushing back Moo as well as Fluff. Crit has that extra control from the totem, and that's enough to help him kill off Fluff. But Moo, he's coming back in for the kill on Notel. The Treants are helping give the extra vision, so this Enchantress is getting a lot off the field at the moment. The bottom tower is also taking considerable damage because Moo has turned the Radiant Catapult into a trader to attack into that tier 1.
Yeah, and they're gonna get this pretty soon. It's gonna be impossible for them to just entirely prevent this on OG, but you don't want to spend too much time at this bottom lane. The Batrider isn't worth hard committing for, because he's about to get the Blink Dagger anyways. The more troubling thing for Archon right now is the fact that the Lone Druid now has a 8-minute minus plus boots on the hero, and he's about to get it on the bear as well. That timing is going to be sick, because it forces Archon into this weird position, probably where they just have to like go.
But isn't that was kind of like their plan to start with? Like, you don't pick up a Jakiro just because you want to like watch the grass go. Like, I have to get into the fights.
TP in mid by Crit. Crit is such a high level right now. He's 6 with Arcane Boots and 800 gold in 9 minutes. He has a lot of farm.
He's managed to find 3 kills with only 1 death. But Archon, after they take out that tier 1 tower, they actually established a nice aggressive observer ward, so they saw Crit's movement. But all they're going to do is make sure they don't get caught out from the side. Like, this kind of thing, like Fly, even his basic attack is taking forever, and Enchantress just turns. Moo, with the sprites, Crit's going to go for another control, but Fluff's moving down, so is Whitebeard. The Scarab Beetle's flying in behind from Moo, but it's not actually going to find himself a target. So they'll get cleaned up. The Creepwave's pushing into the tier 1 tower. Moon, he came underneath the sentry ward. They find him out because they have enough of the Ice Path, the control, the fissure, and not enough space, allowing Moon to time-lapse out and Shikuchi himself back into the lane. Whitebeard sticking with him, but he doesn't have enough damage to finish the job. Meanwhile, on bottom, actually it was middle lane, sorry, Miracle finished up the tier 1 tower. So OG remain alive, and this will end up being a tower trade. plus some extra damage onto the tier 1 on bottom.
That was fantastic team play by OG. They just kind of ring around the Rosie Archon repeatedly, and because this Earthshaker already has Arcane boost, so you can just spam out the fissure, no problem, and slow down this push. You're not supposed to have this kind of timing, but he was so successful around the map. 3-1 and 3, that one death being the Ancients, and they're gonna find No Tail on their side of the big camp, but not gonna be able to take him down. And OG are they're just trying to create space and time and make every single one of these towers just take a really long time to take. And once Crit gets this like 13-14 minute Blink Dagger like I anticipate, things are going to get so dangerous for them.
Like, have a crack at the bear. Need a little bit more damage to finish him off. But through it, no, there is a resummon, so it's alright. So Archon have taken out, like, it's a little slower than I thought the Archon push was going to be. I was actually expecting this tier 1 tower to be gone already. Like 10 minutes in, like, have all the tier 1 towers removed, but they're only a minute behind that. But after taking out these tier 1 towers, can they quickly move into Roshan, or can OG contest this? Or does OG even want to contest
I don't think OG needs to really contest anything. I think they just get an equal amount of space on the map, and they're okay, and they'll look for the individual pickoffs. Like, Jo right now is holding the 4 mid, but I think this would be a really good opportunity for OG to just roll in and kill him really quickly, and slow down the push even further. Whitebeard's even coming in to deal with Moon, but they have no control of their jungle. Yeah, this is pretty scary, but at bottom...
No Tail actually blinked himself into that. The Ice Path well off target there from the Monkey. So doesn't get control from that, but it's Moon being initiated on until Ishikuchi's away. Whitebeard unable to get that silence up in time, but it still is daytime. Like, it doesn't really pack the same punch.
Yeah, and this is their strategy. I don't know if this is the ideal scenario for it, just because OG are getting so much around the map right now. Like, this Miracle Lone Druid already has 2,000 gold, and his Midas is about to be up right now again. You know, he'll just Midas another creep, get even bigger. They can't really deal with him because they don't have the control factor Toby to kill a 1500 HP bear. If you want to do that, the issue is it's going to cost you so much. Like, you're going to have to bring minimum 3 heroes, and if it fails, then you've just wasted your timing. So you kind of just have to ignore this guy and let him do what he wants, and kind of execute your own strategy. The problem with that is that everyone's getting so far. You see Crit, he has a Blink Dagger in 13 minutes. If they take this top tower, he'll have it. So I think Archon just has to kind of say, alright, that really sucks. OG kind of understand what's going on. Let's just go for our strat anyways.
Oh, they're doing it, but it's a straight trade-off. A tier 2 tower on the top lane for the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. Fortification for both teams will be burnt. But OG fighting into the bottom, maybe not the greatest idea in the world. So yeah, it's just straight-off trades. There's that Blink Dagger you're talking about. And OG, like, I thought their mid-game would come up, like, around the 20-minute mark. Like, they'd find a lot of strength, but because they've taken, like, 3 towers already, and not to mention some decent kills onto heroes like Earthshaker, they've got a lot of these core items already up and running.
Yeah, they don't know about the Blink Dagger either, though. Crit. This might make a pretty big difference. He elected not to show it at this bottom lane. This mid lane, No Tail's just kind of fireflying around, trying to slow things down. They've got the perfect lineup for this. They don't have enough control factor to kill Moon either, so he's flitting around, buying time as Miracle gets closer and closer to this game-breaking radiance.
Is that Roshan? I was thinking. Well, we knew it was coming anyway. Minus 2 fluffs build, like, trigger hard sin. Like, we got ourselves the Blade Mail build coming with the double Null Talismans from fluff.
The thing is, I don't really think OG even care about Roshan, Toby. Normally what ends up happening with Roshans is, okay, who gets the Aegis, why does it matter?
But when you get a Blink Dagger from Crit, like, there's no reason why you can't try and contest this. Yeah, you know it's coming, so...
The Blind Echo here would be pretty massive.
Oh, they're gonna stack up. The smoke's gonna break. Oh, actually, the flame break. Whitebeard, he's on the cliffside. He starts his TP out right now. There's no tail jumps in. They start to firefly the echoes, and they just explode. Move. And then Monkeys will also go cliff to secure. He's gonna ice up nothing, and also Macropire nothing. The Dual Breath is able to reach down a little bit further, but with the Fissure, Fluff and stuff can't even TP himself out this. Fly will die, but Moon is able to time lapse out all the damage being done. It's currently a 2-for-1 trade. It's Moon gets away on 27 HP. Running away to safety. No Tail's now able to blink himself out. But a 2-for-1 trade-off. Roshan is still alive. But Miracle was not. Well, he wasn't even there. He took out the tier 2 tower on the top lane. He had his relic already, and he's halfway through his Radiance recipe and applying pressure now. 15 minutes in to the tier 3 tower of Archon.
Archon just don't have enough control factor to deal with all these heroes. The Bat Rider plus the Weaver are causing so much havoc right now. If there's like an MVP though, it has to go to like Crit. He's just doing so much right now with this Earthshaker, and nobody from Archon can really respond because they can't kill Moon. Especially if he decides to go something defensive, grab a ulti orb on himself, probably pick up Manta or Lincolns, and then Archon, what are they meant to do? They still have to deal with this lone druid at some point. Like, for the most part, they've just ignored this hero entirely. They're like, okay, we accept that you're gonna farm Miracle.
It kind of feels like a cardinal sin that like Lone Druid's the one hero one of the big heroes you never want to ignore.
But what are you supposed to do? You have this pre-built strategy, and you're going against a lineup that features so much mobility and crowd control.
Well, then the only other option is you just got to keep forcing the issue, push down towers, right?
That's what I mean. But they went for the Roshan. It just took them so long. They have to kill No-Tail here. This would be pretty massive if they get away.
Alright, they've got him. Mirror to pick up another kill onto that Enchantress.
Yeah, this Lone Druid's about to get his Radiance though and make life incredibly painful for Archon. They don't have a mech or anything. They do have the heal from the Enchantress, but at some point it's just not going to be enough. He has like 800 flat HP. You get hit by like one fissure and let the bear survive for longer than 30 seconds. All of a sudden you're donezo.
Well, we might actually have ourselves a team fight brewing on bottom lane. Monkey says he's himself a TP scroll. Not actually the item I thought he was going to go for first, the Rod of Atos. Kind of thought he was going to buff up his damage a little bit more, but now Whitebeard runs forward, tries to go for that silence. Actually jumped out with the Lifestealer, but he was way too far away to really stop anything. And with no stuns, Lone Druid can just TP away. They'll be able to pick up the bear, which is a nice little consolation prize. But Miracle just instantly resummons. The tier 1 tower remains alive for Archon. But they can't counter push from here. The tier 2 tower is already lost, and look at Crit. He's watching them walk into the pit. And he jumps. The Echo Slam. Where'd the fissure follow? He just TP'd out. Or maybe he can't. Not anymore. He actually gets ice passed up, so he cannot complete his TP.
Right, Crit, that was...
did he think he had just had more damage? Or friends?
That was pretty funny. He kind of just went in, he's like... And then he instantly TPs. I don't think I've ever seen that before. His invis was running out, so I think he wanted to do something with it, but... maybe not even the idea.
It seemed a little odd.
I don't think it really matters, though, because, again, I know it sounds like I'm being biased for OG, I'm not. That was the sub for Archon, but you just have to worry about this Radiance Lone Druid. There's not much to say about this cast, except what'll happen when Miracle starts to finally enter fights.
Yeah.
But you can only ignore this hero for so long. Look what he's doing. He's cutting waves with his bear. He's making it difficult for Archon to respond around the map. We've seen how much trouble Archon's already had with the control factor this game. Like, they're gonna go for a smoking, but I almost just feel like their timing is just kind of not panned out. And now this Lifestealer is in this weird position, or he has a Lifestealer core against 2 control heroes.
Moon comes over. He reveals out Monkeys as Fly. He's going to get silenced up for now, so there's no Finger of Death. The Ice Path well off target again from Monkeys, but the Sentry wasn't down. Moon is just going to time walk himself out of this one, while No-Tail dragging back on Jago. Sacrifice in a nice position, but really it's not doing anywhere enough damage. The bugs were all over Archon. They're just trying to escape out of this. Moon's stunned up and controlled by Fly. With the extra fissure control, they are trying to slowly bring down this Enchantress. Obviously, she is the untouchable. But right now, she is completely touched out in the jungle. So 4 heroes down for Team Archon. Nice Talk is the last one to survive. He's still a long way off completing up this Aghanim Scepter, and OG is going to capitalize on a well-done fight. Yeah, they're going to... Again, and this is the first fight that they took 5-on-5, and Archon was struggling to win 4 5 rounds. Then you add in the by far highest net worth hero in the game. He's already at 10k net worth. The next highest is 6k on the side of Archon. The fight was just never going to go well. Whitebeard unwillingly coming into that with a 4-star. They're going to turn around this fight. He's still got the Scarab Beetles on him. So negative armor is a big prop, but Jo just chasing down Fly under the cover of the Rage. He was able to get the kill, but OG still have taken that melee rags on the top before the 20-minute mark. And it doesn't look like there's an easy way for Archon to try and get any kind of exit kills onto OG. Yeah, they got what they came for. In fact, is OG gonna... Oh, they just saw Moo.
Moose should get out of there. The Batrider still has lasso.
Moon's gonna find a kill on Whitebeard if he's lucky. Yeah, he turns for the Beatles. This Night Stalker should be dead. Moon's still got time lapse as well as 17 one-charges available. The TPing from Fluff for stuff actually doesn't help at all. In fact, now Fluff's got the Scarab Beetle on the back of him, turns to Blade Mail on, so Moon was actually killing himself at that point. He's forced after wait by Notel out to safety. As Notel also flicks himself out for crit! Okay, that one's gonna work. And again, he does the same combo. Just a blink into an Echo Slam, finds the kill and tries to get away scot-free, but they do take his life.
Casual TP out, but again, it's like what you need your kills to mean objectives if you're the side of Archon. For OG, the objective is completely different, Toby. You're okay with just getting these random kills because it slows down the timing. Like that's the objective here.
Yep.
Whereas for Archon, if you get a kill on a hero, like on a key hero, the point is you want to take something more with it, but you can't. Because you're taking fights on your side of the map, all the while you're not farming anything, the Lone Druid continues to farm out your jungle. Moon is just being the most annoying person in the game right now, the Archon. Like, at this point, they hate this guy. They just haven't been able to kill him very frequently. Remember, he died twice in the laning phase, hasn't died since. Is in the middle of fights, throwing out bugs, right-clicking people.
Well, it seemed just to get all the space. Like when Archon was pushing, OG was doing the same, and they just kept dodging Archon's attack. Like, this Archon attack may have been so much more effective if OG was willing to come into a team fight, but they just dodged. Yeah. And Archon never attacked the high ground. Like, the first attack into high ground came from OG.
How are you meant to, though? They went for the Aegis.
Like, unless you just 5-man in, but you don't want to do that until you got, like, the Aghanim Scepter on Night Stalker, right? Or because then you just get caught out by Batrider.
It's not even that. You needed the Aegis, but they couldn't get the Aegis just because OG understood. They're like, there's no way these guys can kill us.
Does that actually make the Echo Slam even more next level? Because that Echo Slam and death, even though he didn't find a kill, he stopped Roshan from happening. Now Jo gonna get dragged back out. The Figure of Death, the follow-up Hex, Fly still holding onto the stun. And with the extra fissure, they have more than enough damage to kill off Jo. Fluff and stuff. That's a bit of an obvious ward being placed down, but he tries to, well, Blade Mail kill off OG. With the Wrath of Nature kicking in, he almost killed off Notel. The attack from the tower was kicking over, but Notel survives at 45 HP.
Oh, Miracle's getting really low.
With the Flame Break kicking in. Moo's already dead. Like, he's got sprites, but they're not going to do enough heal. Fly, actually, okay, with a Liquid Fire attack, if the Tree's going to attack him once more, he should die from this. Okay, he went down to 6 HP. With the stun, he'll get rid of that creep, and another 4 heroes dead for Archon.
The timing window has effectively been slammed shut by OG. Miracle almost has an Assault Cuirass, so even the Untouchable from the Enchantress doesn't slow him down very much. And they're just going to mow down everything now. The Enchantress doesn't have enough HP to survive. They don't have a mech carrier or anything like that.
They see Notel. They're waiting for him to force stuff up so they can jump out. Can they reach him? No, they can't! Oh my! That's... Denied the post. If Jo... I don't know if Jayo's Infest actually did any damage to him either. But either way...
Everything they're doing is getting denied at every turn.
Whitebeard's really trying to force the issue on Moon, but Moon's already got a Lincoln Sphere. So Whitebeard's initiation now it's not enough.
Moon right now, just trying to push out this top lane that has already been raxed, and Miracle's just, he's playing RPG. Just telling himself, guys, I'm having a great time, continue to farm, been untouched, nobody's really doing anything against me. 5-0-3, level 16 at 23 minutes.
Is this Archon trying to go for a smoke Roshan?
No, I think they're actually trying to fight them.
The line's been drawn to loop around the back from Fluff.
There's
so
no
the Firefly starts. There's no vision here. Okay, now the Observer Ward, like Notel just came in range for that, so they loop around the back. Like, this is a very similar situation to a play. You're just missing the Enigma in this game. And Crit is in a perfect position to the tree. OG seem to have read this perfectly, so no one's defending the top lane. No one's defending the bottom. They ice pass into the tree line, just try and find him a Crit with a double fissure. Obviously, the raged up lifesteal not affected by this, but moves in the middle of the fight, again getting multiple heroes with his Scarab Beetles. Prophets, the Fluff just trying to TP out, ends up being cancelled out by the Savage Roar, and that's just going to be 2 heroes down. This may be the game, with Crit jumping in with a follow-up fissure. It's a double kill for Miracle. Moves down, and good game well played. Under 25 minutes, Archon, they will lose game 1 against OG. They went for the play, they went for some kind of push strat, but at the end of the day,